Hello again, and welcome back to Should Have Turned Left. I'm Ben, PG Canadianized on the forums, at The Canadianized on Twitter.
I'm Pete. I am Truxio on the forums.
I'm Reilly, Spartan Ryari 63 on the forums.
And today we've got Pete and Reilly against each other, Convergence versus Menoth.
Yep.
What'd you guys bring?
I brought Father Lucant. This is my second game in Mark III with Convergence. So I brought Father Lucant, Conservator, Corrolary, Inverter, Galvanizer, Diffuser, Transfinite Emergence Projector, Attunement Servitors, and double Eradicators, double full Eradicators.
Cool. I'm running...
Objective?
Ooh, objective, yeah.
Oh, and I took Armory, because I have a lack of magical weapons in the army, so I took Armory.
Cool,
Nice.
cool. I am running Thyrah, Flame of Sorrow. In her battle group, she's got a Revenger, her character Jack, Blood of Martyrs, and a Reckoner. She also has the Heirophant attachment. I have 2 units of Daughters of the Flame, a full unit of Idrian Skirmishers with the UA. I've got 2 Vassals of Menoth, 1 Vassal Mechanik, Nicia, Tier of Vengeance, 3 Wracks, and I believe that's all I've got on the list. My objective...
Are you sure it's not Nicia, Terror of Vengeance?
Tier, tear, either or.
They both work.
She
so.
tears me
Yeah.
buttholes.
She
I know
does
that's a true
tear
statement.
things open.
She does. And then my objective is fuel cache to just provide more
Just
obnoxious line of sight
smoke?
blocking. Yeah, drop smoke
So-
and sit behind it.
Yeah, I was going to say, what's Thyrah's attachment again? The Heirophant?
The Heirophant. It's a heffalump. She's got a heffalump with her. No, it's a Hierophant.
Oh.
Cool. All right, so you won the die roll.
Yes, I chose to go first. You let me take the side with all of the terrain.
It's true.
Like all of the terrain.
All of the terrain. This is a really loaded board.
I think
we
there's
have
11
12 pieces
12,
of terrain
yeah,
on this board, so
12
it's,
scenario. Or
it's
12
really thick.
pieces.
It made for a really interesting game, I
what-
thought.
What is the scenario called?
Recon.
Recon.
We're playing Recon.
Recon. For those of you who don't know what that does, I think it's said.
I put it right in the beginning.
Yeah, it's right in the beginning.
I gotcha.
Control,
Yeah.
dominate zone for 1, dominate flags.
Yeah,
for
it was the
one.
new scenario that they introduced last year and decided to keep on through this year,
And-
which, I'm kind of happy with. I
To be
like
fair,
this one.
It's a very live scenario because it forces you into the middle.
It can and can't be at the same time.
because you can just drop a bunch of heavy stuff into this.
It's
Both
true.
players can
It's
drop
true.
a bunch of heavy stuff into the middle.
It's true.
Yeah.
If you have a fast caster like Thyrah, then she's more live.
Oh, gosh. Yeah.
'Cause she can just sprint over to
It's true.
one of the flags.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's a little more live than for a fast caster or casters with any kind of after activation movement like sprint or reposition. These kinds of scenarios become much more live,
Yeah, and
especially late game.
yeah,
Yeah, and this is another one where control casters can still do really well on.
I think so. I think I think having the one zone in the middle and being able to dominate that for 2 does a good
Yeah.
job of funneling people into the middle. I think,
It
especially if
does.
there's a lot of heavy stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's something that we've all noted about Mark III in general is that just in general more stuff dies.
It's
Yes.
definitely much more lethal.
The whole game is much more lethal. That was me throwing your soul back at you. I have an actual.
It's
paper.
true, yeah. So I played the Transfinite Emergence Projector. I don't
You
know
got it
why.
right.
I don't know why I remember the name of that model, but
It's the butt plug.
you showed it to me one time at Twin Suns
Yeah.
and told me the name of it, and I was like, "Ooh, that sounds cool."
Yeah, it does sound cool.
So I just started calling
Oh,
it
yeah.
that.
A lot of the stuff in Convergence sounds pretty cool.
But yeah, so I played
Convergence
that
sounds cool.
with the Idrians because Idrians in Mark III are.
Really,
Busted.
really good.
Yeah, no, I'm not even gonna lie. They're really busted.
They're
Yeah.
crazy good.
Especially with somebody who can buff them even more.
Right, with the Silence of Death.
Yeah.
I didn't realize, because Silence of Death used to be just Grievous Wounds.
Yeah, it used to be just
now
Grievous
it's +2
Wounds.
strength as well.
That's part of the reason. So
which
there's a
is just it's off.
there's
the
a,
chain.
there's a podcast that hasn't. I don't think it's put out anything in a couple of weeks. It's called the Crusaders Call. It's
Yeah.
a Menoth.
Oh, yeah, it's been a little while for them.
It's been a little while, but I really enjoyed listening to it. And they were going on and on about how Thyrah she's become this awesome toolbox caster because
she's got a lot of support for her
because
army.
she can buff your mat with Carnage. She can buff your damage with Silence of Death.
Yep.
She can keep herself safe now with Gates of Death.
Right.
Luckily,
with my army today, I didn't bring anything with high def, so you never had to cast Carnage.
That's true. I didn't cast Carnage once. And then she has the ability to pull herself back out of the situation because she doesn't want to get hit with
the highest
with
def
Gates
of
of
my
Death.
entire army is 14.
Yes.
So
and I'm running a much higher def.
Yeah,
skew
his like average
here.
is 14.
Yeah, I've got 13.
Actually, that's not true at all.
13 Adrians, 14 daughters.
13?
They're only
13.
12. They're only 13. They're 13-13s.
13. Sorry, I thought you were talking about the number of them. I was like, what are you talking about?
13 13s. You've got def 14 on the daughters, def 15 on Nicia, def 17 on Thyrah, which is disgusting.
I didn't realize she was
Yeah,
there.
that's really good.
17 sticker behind cover. She goes up to def 21.
Yeah,
But
today's game really
that's
made
gotta
me
mean
wish
her
I was
armor's
playing.
She's
14.
She's a 17-14.
Yeah, her armor's crap.
So her armor is crap. So I mean, she dies to
She dies to it's got to be a fairly stiff breeze.
a fairly stiff breeze because it has to be good enough to hit her.
Yeah.
But then again, she also has innate stealth. So
Yeah.
unless you're running certain casters
So-
or Legion,
That's one of the
There's
reasons I
not
was
really
going to say. It's one of the reasons I was hoping I was running. I should be running. What's it called? Kane 2.
yeah,
Kane,
Oh,
Kane
dear
2.
God.
Kane 2 would have had a good.
put Thyrah into the ground.
Kane 2 would have had a good time with this list.
Yeah, he would have.
Yeah.
Or even Kane
Well-
would have had a really good time with this list because he can take a shot against everybody in his control area, and they're all
Yeah.
1-wound models.
Right.
Yeah, but still, with Kane 2 with the wall right there, that wall becomes a huge trap
The wall
because
becomes
Kane can just shoot the objective and then bounce bullets
Bounce
into
bullets
Thyrah.
off. Yeah,
Right.
that's true. Which I mean, and then again, also if this was Kane 2, I would
You
probably
would
play.
play
Probably
something
bring in
else.
7.
I would probably play because I think the pairing that I had with this was a Sevi 2,
It was 72.
and I would
Yeah.
definitely play the Sevi 2 list into this because I have.
If I was playing a Haley 2, Kane 2.
Ooh.
Oh gosh,
Haley 2 Stormwall, Kane 2 with a bunch of jacks and Tempest Blazers and all kinds of stuff.
I think I would drop Sevi 2 regardless.
into just because Signar.
One, because I think my Sevi 2 list has a better chance against a Kane 2 list. 2, my Sevi list has a much smaller model count, so Haley 2's feat is not anywhere near as bad on my
Oh,
fog.
okay.
Because I think my Sevi 2 list is essentially all jacks.
Oh, gotcha.
And so...
So the bad matchup with Sevi is still better than the bad matchup with Thyrah.
Oh, without a doubt. Without a doubt. I would much rather run Sevi 2 into that bad matchup than run Thyrah into that bad matchup.
That was me measuring my total threat range with my sprays.
Yes.
And then oh, god damn it. Oh, wait. Never mind.
What?
You can't really tell from here. There's some stuff. There's some shenanigans to go on in a minute here. We'll get to it. But I'm just looking at things and thinking about things and things that we may have all messed up. Mostly me.
Uh-oh. Well, this should be interesting.
I'm sitting here looking at what you're trying to say. I'm not necessarily
I might have had
seeing-
I might have had some better line. If I had thought about it a little harder, I might have had some better lines of sight.
Oh, gotcha.
Because
moving,
it's a huge
moving differently.
Because it's a huge base with the transfinite. So I might have been able to see around the left side of the forest.
Oh, gotcha.
I had a feeling it had to do with that. You guys will see here in a minute. We have some shenanigans because I've said it
This
before.
is pretty much what I lead off on my turn, I believe.
Yeah. I've said it before on
Yeah,
this
here it
channel,
goes.
and I'm going to say it again. The forest is a stupid, awkward, unhelpful bit of terrain for everybody because the rules are super confusing.
Right.
Yeah.
Because
They're written simply, but no.
But just because of the way they've changed from Mark II to Mark III, yes, we're still talking about those changes.
Oh,
Yeah.
if I could see that if he did scoot over a
Make
bit.
things
you
awkward.
might-
Yeah, if he scoots over a little bit, he actually has some better sprays.
Yeah,
there, for
because
sure.
I walked right up to there, and I just started I was double checking the rules on the firing formula and all that stuff
Yeah.
to make sure it was the same as Mark II.
But he's just...
Because I heard some shenanigans. I dropped off the
yeah.
map for a few months, but I heard some shenanigans about the whole the permutation servitors being weird. So I took the 2 extra dice to hit, and then I started laying down sprays. But you can see right there, I'm laying down sprays straight through a forest.
Yeah, he lays down the sprays
And
straight through the
I don't
forest,
know, but maybe my brain was just thinking, it's a forest. I just ignore it because it's a spray. Bah.
I mean, to be fair, we've both also already played a game today,
and
and it's been a long day.
yes. What time is it now?
almost 9 o'clock at night.
Yeah, exactly.
And
And we've started at 1.
We've been playing since 1. So we've been playing for 8 hours.
Playing and drinking
for 8 hours. And so we're obviously not thinking straight.
Yeah.
So that's okay.
So I made him pick up 4 models, and then before I moved on to my next activation, he put them all back, and I shot different stuff.
Yeah, because we realized that I can see him through the forest, but he can't see me
through
the forest. And so all those Idrians that just got killed, I just pick back up.
Right.
These 2 daughters, this is an entirely legal spray, and we both noted that.
That was
like, yeah, that's cool.
Legit. Yeah,
that's entirely completely cool.
Yeah.
Let's do that. But then he sprays like right here.
Yeah, like no, I already laid down 2 sprays on the Adrians. Well, the cool thing now is that I don't have the rule about they have to be within 2 inches of the original target.
Yeah, that is super cool. So see here, I picked this up, and I'm like, wait a minute. Can you do? Yeah, right there is when I say it.
Did I say it or did you say it?
I said it.
You said it. Okay.
I definitely said it because I was looking at it going.
I don't remember. I just remember shouting over.
Right.
Oh, because I think we asked you.
Yeah.
We were like, Ben.
Yeah, we asked something about the lines aside with the forest. And so we corrected it. It worked out in the end.
I don't think we've corrected it yet because I haven't put the models back. So you're a couple activations past, but it was a super simple, super easy.
Yeah. I should have shot somebody with him.
You should have, yeah.
This is where... That's where we caught it.
Right there. There's the right
because I moved that guy back.
You see all the models drop back in, and I totally placed him in the wrong place.
Oh,
you put him forward,
cheater. You dirty cheater.
Well,
sigh.
It's not like I haven't done things like this before on the channel.
Well, now it's just an auto forfeit, so I actually won this.
Spoilers,
right?
Damn it. Whatever.
You can edit that part out.
Yeah,
anyway,
I can.
So there was some mistakes made with the forest lines of sight and all that stuff.
And like we said, this is after 8 hours of essentially
8 hours of drinking.
8 hours of drinking and playing.
Yep.
So I still killed I still killed like 3 daughters, 2 from one squad, 1 from the other. So I gave him all the vengeance in the world.
So you killed 3 daughters, and I think you end up killing 2 Idrians.
2 or 3 Idrians.
So I mean, you still take out a fair amount of models
of stuff, yeah.
Without a doubt.
I also messed up my allocation / induction. So I didn't get to run. I would have just run him up into his death anyway. But run the inverter.
Yeah.
I didn't run the inverter and the diffuser on my left flank because I forgot to either allocate or how induction works.
And to be fair, induction is very confusing.
Still, yeah.
Induction, part of the reason why I have no want to play Convergence is because I have to think hard enough to play a simple faction like Menoth. So playing Convergence, which is a very confusing faction.
So that guy right there, he should have tried to servitor, or he should have tried to chemical something.
But he didn't.
It makes things drop stealth, but I didn't.
It's true.
Yeah.
Mistakes were made.
But that's also why I started doing this rewatching the games right away, so stuff like that can maybe get noticed for
and we can games. Tell you who are watching the video and not have you yell at us in the comments saying you don't know how to play War Machine, you guys suck, yada yada yada.
Oh, they can still do that anyways.
Well, you can.
Oh, that's right. This is the one where I forgot that the Idrians had occultation on them turn 1.
Yeah, I put occultation on.
So I still shot at him with a boost to hit, but it auto missed.
Yeah.
So just so I could induct to the Conservator.
Yep. I put occultation on the Idrians first turn.
Yeah.
Just makes the Idrians kind of. There we go.
There's my free movement right there.
Yeah.
That Eradicator on the end there got twisted and moved up about a ½ inch. And then some more running with the Erads.
Yeah, the Eradicators, they're obnoxious.
Oh, you did not move that guy his full run, so that didn't matter.
Yeah. It was basically just like, come at me, bro, with the his daughters.
And to be fair, that was a less bad matchup than I thought it was going to be. Because I was looking at the Eradicators versus the daughters, saying we've got an 8-box heavy infantry versus a very light box.
Charges and
the charges and the CMAs, which I actually managed to get CMAs with daughters. I never thought I would get it.
Many
I got
CMAs.
it. I got several CMAs, and it turned out to be a fairly decent...
On the charge it worked
on the charge, yeah. Not on the charge, they don't stand a chance of really cracking that.
Well, they were still dice off.
If you didn't shield, shields
six.
up,
They were dice off 6.
Yeah, they were dice off 6 if you didn't shields up. If you did shields up,
they were dice off 6 with the shields up.
Not if they didn't CMA. If they don't CMA, they're only power strength 9.
No, that's what I'm saying.
CMA, they're off 6.
Shields up, off 6.
Yeah, shields up to off 6. Yeah.
Maths.
This is going to be a fun.
So how many beers are each of us in? I'm
Lots.
on 5, I think.
5 or 6.
I'm on...
Something like that.
I think I'm on 6.
I finally had a glass of water.
Yeah.
Granted, I had 3 glasses of water before dinner.
I had some water throughout the day, but
yeah. I made sure to...
It's also sweaty as balls in your basement here, Ben.
That's right. We play...
Yeah, it doesn't help that I have an evap cooler and it started raining.
Yeah, it's fucking sweaty,
it's all the way
humid.
upstairs.
It's not... We're on the bottom. We're in the... It's not really a basement.
No, it's a split level. It's only...
Yeah.
halfway underground.
Yeah, so
it's like the half a floor.
It's still like 40 feet to the swamp cooler if you go as the crow flies.
True.
So it's a very, very long way.
True.
Yes.
So yeah, not working out real well.
So here
I told you to get an oscillating fan.
So here we've got vengeance moves going
I have
on.
had a very
busy couple weeks.
yes.
Without a doubt.
That's fine.
Yeah,
Because it has been 2 weeks since I've been on or played a game here.
Vengeance.
Which game is going up, by the way? The Noah game?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Crix one, because I was up last week.
So I played Noah earlier in the day, which is my second game in a row on the channel against Noah. First one was a Scorn, and then with Convergence. It's a fun one.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Here
this
I
one will
went
be minimum 2 weeks before it shows up.
It'll be a while.
I went and loaded up Blood of Martyrs. Because I really thought I was going to be able to.
That's right. You were going to try.
I thought I was going to be able to get him into your little like.
I honestly thought that you were going to feed early, just to get up in my grill, and start killing stuff.
See, I thought about doing that, but I looked at it and was like, no, I want to save my feet for later in the game whenever the board is cleared out a little bit, and I can use that jankiness to get around because I know it's like as soon as the board starts clearing, servitors are going to be blocking my charge lanes.
Right.
Use the feet to open those block lanes or to open those charge lanes. So
that
was
one
super great.
forest right across the middle of the table there is seriously fucked.
Ben called it.
God damn it, Ben.
Ben called it. He said, this forest is going to make or break this game.
Yeah.
And it did.
That forest is going to be the most important piece of terrain on that table.
Yeah. And
if I could have gotten 1 inch further into that forest so that I could shoot through it, things would have been much happier for me.
What did I just roll right there?
You're charging...
I didn't did I charge someone?
No, you haven't charged yet.
No.
Did you charge Nicia first?
I believe I charged.
Yeah, that's right.
I charged Nicia first, and then Nicia
up on my left flank.
Yeah, so you guys can't.
Screen.
Yeah, and then Nicia killed and
hello.
Because I took the quick work shot.
And she missed. So she charged in, killed the dude, quick shot, missed, sprint away.
And now the daughters up there. My painted daughters are charging in.
Charging.
The painted daughters are charging in. The other poor silver daughters don't have arms.
I was gonna say, do they not have their arms?
Yeah, no. So I got those from Frank. Frank just was like, here's a box of daughters I found in my closet. I seem to get a lot of models from Frank's closet. No, I had all, it was a new inbox, and I put them together to play a list with 2 daughters.
Yeah.
And went away for the summer, and
the arms are gone.
Yeah, have no clue where the box of the arms are. So I'm just
crap.
They're technically still legal to play in a tournament.
You just need to get some green stuff and some pins and just put tentacles on them. That'd be awesome.
That would be very strange.
Oh man!
At least I'm fairly.
They're all running with the tentacles behind them.
Mr. Pressganger, they're technically still legal to play in a tournament, correct?
Technically, yes.
Woo! Will you let me play them in a tournament?
Oh yeah, why not?
Woo!
They're sure, absolutely.
They're easily identifiable as the models are supposed to be. So
that's true. I mean, that was I know the rules of what the tournament's supposed to work, but I also was like, okay, Mr. Pressganger, who runs all the tournaments.
I know.
Right?
I don't know, man. Because it's kind of funny just if you think existentially about them. It's like, they got no arms. What do? They just run up to people. They're like the black. They still flip over them, but then they just do headbutts and.
They're the Black Knight from Monty Python.
Right?
They bite them and bleed on them.
They bite them, bleed on them, headbutt. They kick them in the dick.
Or what was it?
That's like the Corrolary can just run into somebody.
Yeah, or the Avatar Legend of Korra, that water chick.
Bash through it. It's hilarious.
Oh, have you guys seen Legend of Korra?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there was that water chick that didn't have arms.
Oh, yeah,
And she just uses the water as
She just
arms.
uses
Yeah.
water as arms yeah.
So Menites are actually waterbenders, ladies and gents. That doesn't make any sense. They'd be firebenders.
I say firebenders. That's what you got to do. You got to get little flame wood bits off of like a Balrog. Get the flame wood bits.
Green stuff flame.
Green flames.
That'd be legit.
Yeah. Little flaming arms.
Do it.
So you'll notice, I'll say one thing. For those of you that can't see Thyrah's model on the table, Thyrah's at home on my painting table.
Yeah, Thyrah, I was going to say Thyrah's not on the table.
And so I'm actually using a...
she's a Bloodweaver Night Witch.
Bloodweaver Night Witch as Thyrah. So that's that awkward little silver model in the middle of the army.
At least it's the one silver model in the middle of the painted stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Painted or primed or something.
At least 3-color type stuff.
Yep.
So, yeah, good times. Just kind of just like my ERADs are down on the bottom of the screen are all just white, so they're all glaring.
Yeah, really.
White on the bottom of the screen.
And the thing is,
at least this isn't my winter mat.
We put all the painted stuff up top and all the unpainted stuff down bottom, so my silver's glaring next to your white.
That is true.
There you go.
So all of our unpainted stuff kind of killed each other off there down the corner.
It's true. Actually, I think your Eradicators definitely win that fight as it goes on.
My Eradicators on the top actually kind of didn't do so great up there.
Yep. So right there, I believe.
No, that's your charge.
So the Reckoner just shot and did damage to the battle engine.
It didn't do much.
It didn't do a whole lot, but it did enough.
How are Adrian's charge? Oh, right.
They have Pathfinder innate.
Huge base. Never mind.
And it's a huge base.
And it's a huge base. So I get.
You said this during the game.
I didn't know that. I thought that only
Alchemahal.
Colossals could see through, or that you could see Colossals. Not all huge bases, but I could be wrong. I certainly haven't read the rule book, but
But yeah,
I'm just betting on what I know from Mark II.
So here we got some charging Idrians, and they're doing.
So the first one, so the Prime Axiom now has 22 boxes. So it took a couple of boxes from the Reckoner shot. The second shot, or the first charge attack, knocks it to 1.
Yeah, it does a bunch of damage, and
like all the.
My second charge attack ends up taking it off the board.
Charge, yeah.
Which, to be fair, that was probably the model I wanted to get rid of the most in this game, because
it's the one that's going to mulch all your.
Yeah, having a lot of infantry in this list, I'm sitting here going, that thing can just sit here and shoot a bajillion shots, and I don't want it to do that. And the other nice thing is now I can switch prey off of him onto somebody else. You can just bounce prey around, and the Idrians can just kind of.
Oh, this was an interesting one where I've got the Conservator.
Yeah, I'm sitting
versus
here.
Where Blood of Martyrs is.
Yeah,
you don't have, without feet and apparitions and all kinds of stuff. You can't get into the Conservator. Yep. Which honestly, I would rather, if you had, I'd rather lose the Conservator early.
Yeah, because then I would have lost Blood of Martyrs right there to those Eradicators. So it's actually probably better.
You probably I measure it out. Wouldn't have killed them, but they.
I measure it out and I go, this isn't worth it. And so Blood of Martyrs goes and hides behind a building.
Right.
Okay, so I finally found the rule, but it's in the forest rule, not huge bases.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, last line of forests. Forests do not block line of sight to huge base models.
Cool. All right, we didn't cheat.
Sweet.
That time.
Didn't do it that bad.
Yeah.
Stupid privateer press favoring small base models. You can see me, but I can't see you.
I know, right?
Could this be oppression?
It is oppression.
Discrimination?
You hate the Caceres. You don't like gears. Screw you guys. So once I lose the TEP, I'm like, I just start like, it's just a serious
Is this the beginning
horrible
of a spiral.
Horrible downhill spiral.
You started to go on tilt whenever the TEP disappears.
Yeah, I will not lie.
And it definitely,
his turn 2, I just got fucking salty, and it all went downhill from there. So
it did.
I killed some more stuff. I did kill a lot of stuff, to be fair.
You did. You killed.
Yes.
You eliminated both units of daughters. You left one Idrian alive. Thing is, you didn't hurt any of my jacks.
You kept leaving the friggin' prey guy way in the back. But when you're charging at Palpable Strength 16, I don't really blame you.
I mean, to be entirely honest, you know who I learned that from? Oh yeah, Nuala the Huntress,
Yeah.
sitting 7 inches behind everybody else.
At least she's command 9.
Yeah, no, stupid.
Yeah.
And the thing is, the dude who grants prey isn't my unit leader,
Except Nuala doesn't
that's
grant prey.
and so everybody
so he can really sit.
So
way in
everybody
the
can
back.
be 9 inches up front.
Yeah,
and he can be
that's-
18 inches behind the front
Because
line.
with a lot of the other UAs, I don't know why they didn't do it with the Idrians, but a lot of the other UAs, they switched to those bonus type things to the actual UA. They moved them away from the second model
from
of
the
UA.
Bannerman, because most UAs are Bannermen.
Like,
okay,
for
they would take
instance,
them off the banners, but the musicians still have their own special rules.
No, but it's
Um,
yeah. So I mean, he's not a musician. He just grants prey to the unit, and because he's not the unit leader, he can just hang out way in the back.
Yeah.
That's kind of silly.
It's
But,
been that way since Mark 1.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Which
Oh,
I mean,
isn't
but the
he
thing is
called the Huntsman?
He's called the Guide.
The guide.
guide.
It's the
Okay.
chieftain and the guide is what
yeah.
they are.
So on what was it? I think it was Bane Knights. They're not
Thralls.
Bane Knights. Bane Thralls. Yes, Bane Warriors.
Tough off the banner, which no longer exists.
There's no tough off the banner. Whatever abilities that made them more offensively powerful, they shifted all of those to the UA. Well, who
To the
else?
offensive.
I believe it was.
The interesting thing is, Prey is very helpful
Yeah.
for the Idrians, but
yeah.
they have Brutal Charge innate. That's
No,
not a
I know,
granted thing,
but-
and so
I know, but Brutal Charges his strength. He gives the extra +2 to hit and another +2 to damage.
it's
the
true.
Prey is just on the Idrians is just fucking stupid.
It's really good. It's true, and it helps. It's not. In this they actually did a whole lot more work in melee than they did range.
Oh, yeah.
And range is generally where people use them.
No,
just sitting
why?
here,
Why though? Because
they CRA into things.
but
Eh.
but with Silence of Death, charge your.
Well, it's true, and that works
14
in
to 16.
that works in this particular list.
Yeah.
You see Idrians run
Yeah.
in every list across the board in Protectorate now.
Fair enough.
So enjoy the next 6 months.
Right. Till
Ish.
the next errata.
Until the next errata when they
balanced
just
errata.
ban Wormwood from the entire game.
No.
Yeah.
Probably what they're going to do is turn his feet back into his command range instead of control area.
Dear Lord,
Right.
it needs to happen.
And make him command
Yeah.
like 6.
No, they got to keep him 10.
6.
Got to keep him 10. Soul Collection.
I'll meet you in the
Dope.
middle at 7.
No.
Can we put a half on there, like 7.5?
7.5. There we go.
7.5.
God.
It'll be a 7.5 command range. How awkward would that be?
That would be very awkward.
Hey, we could pre-measure everything. It's okay.
So there your
True.
your inverter
I
is.
did manage to smash some things.
is killing
with
things,
the
and
inverter.
you kill the chieftain, but
Yeah. But again, the prey guy's in the back. Who
the
cares?
prey guy is in the back, and
He's
I
the
Yay,
one
top
that
hat.
makes- He's the one that makes the whole unit better. So nothing really matters to me. So yeah, I always thought it was funny how we both had our melee jacks over on the my right flank on the bottom of the screen, Blood and Conservator, just like standing on either side of the building, like who's gonna peek around the building first? Who's gonna peek around the building first?
Yeah, I think for the first couple of turns, that's definitely how it goes, and you'll see it later on in the game.
When the hell did Blood get to the other side of the table?
my next
Blood
turn.
Martyrs got all the way across into the zone.
It's
at
later.
some point,
It's
didn't
you
he?
run.
Oh,
this
yeah,
all over
my-
the place.
my-
I'm wondering when the
Another
yeah.
turn later, you'll see it come up later. I'm just like, I'm bored of this waiting game. I need Blood to get involved in the match.
I'm not sure what I was doing here because I threw a Lucant in the trench, and I'm just like, I don't know what I'm doing over here.
And the thing is, I have the Reckoner for shooting. That's about it.
Yeah, and I'm like,
And I'm not going to shoot Lucant off the board with a Reckoner.
right.
Definitely
So then
not
I'm like
looking.
dancing between the trench and the hill, and I don't know what I'm doing.
I don't know what you're doing either.
I blame 6 odd hours at this point. 6 odd hours of
War
Game
Machine and
commentary,
commentary
game
and drinking and all that
alcohol
stuff.
And it being hot. And
it's
and
hard.
possible heat stroke.
you're slightly unhappy at the moment because of...
I'm all salty because of the TEP still, so I'm just making bad decisions. So I managed to limp along for a while here. I actually kill a couple of Idrian, or I kill an Idrian with a bash from a diffuser. And then I go accuracy on those guys and kill all but one of those. On multiple swings, I just couldn't hit her on a 5, and I'm just like,
Oh wow.
blah.
The ability for the Eradicators to
Be Mat 9.
be Mat 9 really... I feel really neutralized the high def that those daughters had.
There was a
Yeah, 'cause
5.
needing the 5 to kill them, because I mean they died to a soft breeze.
At that point, I moved that model, but I did not realize that they removed the immunity to free strikes from sidestep.
Yeah,
which makes my other faction, Scorn, very sad because Molokarn.
Yep.
And I think I pointed that out because Blood of Martyrs has sidestep as well.
Right.
And you used to be able to just sidestep, ignore, sidestep,
away,
ignore,
yeah.
sidestep, ignore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And now it's like, no, that's
well, you
not
can only
the way
do
it
2
works.
sidestep ignores.
Well,
yeah.
yes.
And
but,
then
I mean,
you've got
'cause two
Imperatus and
initials, so,
Rat.
yeah.
I mean, sidestep, ignore, He can still move.
Man,
4
but you
inches.
said a third one.
Sure.
Cheater.
Ancillary attack gives him a sidestep.
Oh,
No, it doesn't.
God.
It's not an initial. It's an additional attack. He only sidesteps off initials.
Yep.
Is that how the card read?
That's how
Yep.
the card reads. Read and reads.
Shows you how much I played Blood of Martyrs in
Dirty,
Mark 2.
dirty cheater.
No, I never played Blood of Martyrs in Mark
Okay.
2. I played him in a Who's the Boss tournament once.
That's fair enough. Okay, so anyway, I ended up killing all but one of the chicks, which really bugged me because then it basically still locks down the whole unit because they have a small command range. They're command 7. So then I threw an Attunement Servitor in the way.
Or what?
What's that?
Is she tying up the leader model? Or?
The leader model, yeah.
She's tying up the leader model.
Of course.
It's great.
You dirty, dirty bitch. So there's my Attunement Servitor be blocking Blood of Martyrs because I knew that if he did a Apparition plus feat,
I can definitely get into that.
he could get past that, but it would make him do both Apparition and feat to get past an Attunement Servitor.
And to be fair, feeding just to get Blood of Martyrs into position to charge a heavy jack, I was looking at it like, that's not worth it at all.
It's really not
Yeah.
worth. The math doesn't pay off.
No, feat like that, you want to go for 40 points or assassination, typically.
Yeah, so I really think one of my problems here is I started going wide on both flanks when I really should have tried to stay towards the middle.
Yeah, that was something
Yeah.
that I definitely did as I concentrated more towards the middle in
And
this game. I let my daughters just kind of hang out wide. And tie
Right,
up
but
the
and that's the
Eradicators.
thing is you had a good trade off there because my Irads are heavy infantry. They're 15 points per unit versus you, and you tied them up.
Yeah,
and you
10
tied them
points
up
per
with
unit
your-
of my daughters.
You tied them up with your daughters, and you killed more of them with Nicia than you did with your daughters.
It's true. Nicia killed, I think Nicia kills almost the entire unit by herself.
Oh, wow.
all but one.
She kills that last one. Yeah, she kills the last one at the end. I killed
All but one.
I
'cause
killed
you,
one with a CMA charge.
Oh, you killed one. Okay, so
killed
she
one with a
kills
CMA
3
charge,
out
and
of.
she
She
kills
kills 3 out of
4.
3 out of 5. 3 out of 5. Killed one with a
That's
C.
impressive.
No, you did kill 4 out of 5.
I kill 4 out of 5 with Nicia.
With Nicia.
Yeah, Nicia takes out essentially
The other ones
the entirety
did,
of a 15
the other charging daughters did some damage, and then Nicia charged in the next turn and finished them
Nicia basically finished up with the daughters started because the daughters go in and do like a point or 3 points or 4 points, making it to where Nicia, because he has to use accuracy to reliably hit the daughters,
Right.
which means he's only
armor 15.
armor 15, which is dice -5 for a weapon master Nicia.
Right.
On a charge,
Yeah.
she's rolling 4 dice. Odds are I'm going to finish.
You're going to
I'm
finish an
that.
8-box model. Well, yeah, you're going to finish an 8-box model. So one of the things that happens a little later that again, this was just my spiral of saltiness, is I charge Nicia, miss with the charge attack, hit her with a base attack, and don't kill her with
don't
POW
kill her.
12.
Yep.
I'm
So
like,
here,
it's
here
just-
the
it was
Reckoner.
just so sad.
Yeah, here the
Yeah.
Reckoner walked up and shot your Inverter, boosting the damage.
No, it's not an Indictor.
Indictor. It's an Indictor, and I was doing like dice -2, so I think I did 8 damage to it.
On that one, he did. No, that was dice -4.
Then I did 6 damage to it.
Yeah, something like that.
6 damage to it. I light it on fire. It's preyed by the Idrians, so I'm sitting here going,
No, it's not too bad.
I'll charge the Idrians at it just to put some damage on it.
Yeah, just put a couple boxes on it, and then
Well, more than a couple. I wanted to hurt it seriously, but I
Yeah.
also wanted to tie it up because I tried to stranglehold it with Nicia or with Thyrah.
he
Didn't hurt it.
actually failed to damage on the stranglehold. So
So I'm like,
not
okay, I
proc.
need to tie it up so it can't just walk forward and do some terrible things to me.
Yeah, I'm
Stranglehold
trying to
is
see
a-
where your other Idrians are, because I see the 2 tied up by what? The Galvanizer?
Yeah, there's
Two
still
tied up with the Galvanizer, and there's a bunch back.
There's still one behind the wall, one by the Revenger,
and one behind the
Oh, okay.
and one behind where?
the zone. So here you see the charge. So you'll see.
I see.
Oh, okay.
So there's a charge
There we go.
there. There's that last one that charges.
that's the guy I couldn't
Yeah.
find.
And then the other 3 are just down there. So I
Yeah.
do these attacks first, just kind of like, I'm going to do some damage, hopefully.
They ended up doing a lot of damage. I don't think they knocked anything out on that guy.
No, they didn't knock anything out on him. But
No,
that was good because
Grids are kind of good on that one.
I tied him up, but you tied me up. So I didn't have those extra Idrians to put into
Right.
prey targets, but I didn't have a light vector running around just dishing out.
That was a boxcar on damage from one of the
was.
guys that with a non-charge.
It was.
So
And
you
here,
did,
yeah.
and then it followed by a 9. So you did do.
I did a lot of
fair
damage.
amount
it's
of
true.
damage to him.
The Idrians do a lot of good stuff.
The
So here I'm
Idrians-
rolling against the
So
the
watch
heavy.
these rolls on the charge.
That's a 5-5 or 5-4-6.
5, 4, 6.
Which I changed to a 3.
confirmation bias.
Yeah. So
I hit there, and then
That
I
was
roll
a
again there,
7,
and I do a 5-5-3.
6-6-3,
yeah.
Or a
so
6-5-3.
or 6-5-3.
And I pick 2 charge attacks and Reckoner shot, and I
Yeah.
pick up a heavy jack.
yeah. Again, spiral of saltiness. So very, very sad. Very, very sad day. So then he throws it on to my top diffuser. I figured he was going to do Lucant at some point, but
Every single time it changed after the Tep and the heavy, I was like, should I put it on Lucant? No, I shouldn't put it on Lucant because that means I'm just going to spend the game chasing Lucant around the board with Idrians and not having the Idrians do damage. Because I'm sitting here looking at this going, the odds of me assassinating Lucant are incredibly low because he's Lucant. I'm going to try
He's
and...
a 14-17. It's not that extreme.
But I was like, you know what? I'm going to try and...
You're already wiping
14-17
out...
with 22 boxes though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but he's wiping out heavies with 2.
It's true.
Yeah.
I don't know how my
I-
dice are going to go, though, and so I'm sitting here going, I'd rather just start pushing things out of the zone and
Right.
start putting scenario pressure on you. If I can get rid of your objective, if I can get rid of the jacks that are in the zone, I can put a jack in the zone and start scoring points.
Right.
Well, I'm gonna go grab a cup of water. Does anybody want anything?
I'll grab some water, maybe a beverage. No, just water. Thanks, man.
I'm fine. Thanks, dude.
Appreciate it, man. So, yeah. So there was the run on Blood of Martyrs. There was,
Yeah, Blood of Martyrs runs over. I don't have a whole lot else happening here.
Apparently, it's Reilly's job to play the last game of the day where I'm already drunk and salty, and then just kick the shit out of me. That's like his job.
And to be fair, I don't enjoy kicking the crap out of people. Mostly because I know whenever people are getting the crap kicked out of them, they aren't enjoying the game.
Yeah,
And I play this game for fun, and I want other people to enjoy the
Fair
game
enough.
as well. To be fair, I lose a whole lot more than I win.
Let's see.
It's your turn, and you're sitting here. At this point, you kind of go into the tank for a little bit.
This is the part where I start just burning my clock.
Yeah, you go into the
Burning.
tank. You
Is it playing at normal speed? It is.
No, we're at double.
no, it's not. It's a
You
double.
sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Times 2 by that arrow.
Okay.
Yeah, you're in the
I'm
tank.
just standing there.
You've tanked so hard at
just
the moment.
standing there doing nothing because I'm just flabbergasted by how much I'm losing.
Yeah. Just you tanked
Because
real hard here.
losing the TEP and my inverter that early. To
Yeah, we're on
people
top of-
who really shouldn't do that much damage.
Yeah,
to
we're
a
on
TEP.
top of 4 right now.
Is it 4
Is
already?
this 4?
This is top of 4 because I killed the Tep on top of 2,
Right.
or bottom of 2, and I kill the inverter bottom of 3.
Yep.
So this is
top 4.
bottom of
Jesus.
4.
Top 4.
This game went pretty quick, actually. To be
Yeah,
fair, we went
turns were pretty fast.
the turns were quick.
So we did play a lot of turns.
Yeah, I think we played
Yeah.
to 6 or 7 turns.
Oh, I hope not 7. That means more graphics work.
Nah.
Wah, 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 wah.
Whatever. It
so
won't take me too long to make.
So you're allocating here.
it's doing some allocation to the.
Oh, and here's the charge that you're just
Oh,
like,
yeah.
gosh, screw Nicia.
Here's the charge. I should have tried to just put both of them on Nicia, but I was trying to get the one on the flank. I figured 2 Mat 9 POW 12s would do
And
it.
missed the charge attack right
There's
there.
the miss on the charge.
He
hit
hits
with the
there,
second
and
attack.
I think you rolled boxcar.
And then
Or
I
you
think I
rolled
rolled-
snake eyes.
Yes.
There they are,
Ugh.
staring straight at us.
So like 1 point on Nicia.
and I'm just like,
Okay.
oh,
Sidestep. Whee!
poor Nicia.
I didn't bother sidestepping because Nicia has acrobatics.
So I can just move
so
around regardless.
she doesn't
Acrobatics and parry.
Yeah, she doesn't give a shit.
Because acrobatics doesn't have immune to free strikes on it anymore either.
Yeah, but everybody that had acrobatics got given parry.
Exactly.
Because the daughters got it, Nicia got it, Thyrah got it, Gareth got it. They were the people who had acrobatics.
So why have acrobatics but not just make parry part of acrobatics?
Because they made parry an icon?
Yeah, because it used to say in acrobatics, and they cannot. Be
it always the last.
Strikes.
It was always the last sentence of,
and now,
of that.
Yeah, and now parry is
just
that.
Now it's an icon. So yeah,
an icon on the front of the card. Who are you swinging at?
It's lots of misses. It doesn't. In the end, it doesn't really matter.
This reminds me. Do Kayazi still have mini feet acrobatics?
I have no idea. I haven't played against Kayazi in forever.
Yeah,
I haven't played the last time I played against Kayazi was against Miranda.
So really long time
That'll
ago.
give you an idea how long ago it was. So
true, because she's kind of stopped using Kayazi in her list, even at the end of Mark II as well.
Does she still play at all?
Yeah,
ish.
I mean,
okay.
I mean,
she plays her channel
as much as she ever played in the first place.
That's fair.
Highly accurate, right there.
So I forget what's going on over here.
You're moving.
Oh, I was checking my charge range there. I thought about charging the rack just to make it blow up, but I'm not a range.
Oh, it's mini feet backstab.
Mini feet backstab? Before they always had backstab.
Yep, it's mini feet backstab.
No acrobatics?
No acrobatics.
Whew.
They got punched.
Yeah, see here.
Yeah, and they dropped a defense to 13.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah, Kayazi's are... Well, because all of Khador got that death drop.
Well, yeah, because...
And now Iron Flesh is something totally different.
Yeah.
Well, Iron Flesh is defense now, isn't it?
No, Iron Flesh was defense, now it's armor.
Now armor. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, as you can see,
so
Pete,
again,
Pete is just... He's in the tank at the moment.
So again, I'm just kind of running around the table, wasting time measuring things that won't matter. So yeah, it's just again, the game took a major downhill after I lost the TEP and the big heavy.
Because that's what, 30-something points?
Yeah, something like that.
How much is the TEP?
I would assume
now?
the TEP is
19?
like 18 or 19 points.
18 or 19, and the Jack is 17 or 18. And
so yeah, 36, 37 points.
Yeah.
Ouch. I mean, that's hard losing half your army.
It's a big chunk. It's a big chunk. It's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's over.
It's not quite. It's not half because
70.
Jack points.
That's true. That's true.
It's more like a third, but still serious stuff.
Mm-hmm.
My tablet died, so I can't actually check the points, but Ben is checking it.
19.
So it's 19, and the inverter is how many?
15.
15. Wow.
So
wow.
It's cheaper than I thought.
34
points.
34 points.
Out of
But 34 points on like
out of a 103 point list.
Each one of those things only took 2 Idrian charges to kill.
And a Reckoner shot. There's a Reckoner shot on all of them. I am going to sing the praises of the Reckoner and give him as much credit as he wants for my entire life.
Are you just sad because he lost assault?
Not at all.
That's true.
I got over that pretty quick because the Reckoner is still a fantastic Jack.
It really is. It still has Ashen Veil and
Flare. It went up in POW on its cannon. It's be a 12-13. It's now a 12-14.
Oh,
wow.
That's gross.
That is kind of gross.
Yeah, so everybody who bought 4 Reckoners before is still happy. There's the glasses on the table.
This is where you forgot to feat for the second time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you allowed it. So, yeah. There was some saltiness the previous turn because I forgot to feat.
He forgot to feat, and I didn't let him feat.
Yeah.
Because that would have been...
It was already...
It's fine.
Yeah, the turn had already passed. And
yeah, because the turn had already passed, and I'd moved a couple of models.
It's because he was going to kill a lot of stuff if I don't feat. So
yeah, which to be fair, that is totally
it's a big deal, and it's my fault, so it's fine.
Yeah.
So there's some running. This time I did. He allowed me to have my feet. Thanks, dude. So I ran out, took a free strike.
That didn't do anything.
It hit but bounced. Yeah.
Yeah.
I needed
armor 21 is a thing.
It was power strength 9 against arm 21, so I'm dice minus 12, and I rolled a 12.
Right.
Yep.
Let's see. What do I even have left?
You're rolling on my
you're doing the
Revenger
hoverjack.
with your hoverjack,
right.
and you dealt 2 points of damage to the corners.
My stupid
and turn.
I actually wanted him to kill some of my Eradicators to give my Conservator Hand of Vengeance, because that's the only way that it has a decent PAL strength. It's base PAL plus strength 15 with its 2 blades. So against an armor 19 model, it's just like it's like beating you about the head and neck with a wiffle ball bat.
It really doesn't. More like a pool noodle.
More like you're accurate.
Dazed.
It's more like,
but it didn't do any permanent damage.
Didn't do actually any damage. No blood was drawn or anything. So
yeah. So here, I'm seeing his Eradicators kind of moving up that far,
your left flank.
My left flank, that bottom, and so I'm looking here saying, they've got sidestep. They can easily just kind of start moving into the army. I don't have a lot left. I think.
Yeah, they can shoot right through all your support.
I think I'm just going to start shifting. I'm just going to shift. And so this turn, you really see me like shift my entire army away from those. Nicia goes here, and we're checking, make sure she's not in feet.
The two guys up at the top Eradicators are not in feet.
Not in feet. I managed to not kill him, which is unfortunate.
Wah, wah.
You managed to kill one of them.
Yeah, but I wanted to kill both of them.
Oh,
That's getting greedy.
Poor baby.
I know.
That's getting really greedy.
I left the guy that just got taken off on one box, and so I finish him up, and Nicia is like, I can sprint, and I'm just like, okay.
Right. And done.
And still tie that guy up.
There's all kinds of stuff going on here, but I don't remember what it was.
I'm thinking I charge into my next prey target with...
next prey target.
Next prey
which
target.
Which was the Corrolary. No, it's not the Corrolary at this point. It's the Diffuser.
Yeah.
There's the Diffuser, yeah. I choose the Diffuser.
So again, at this point, they're doing straight dice on the Diffuser.
You put positive charge on the Corollary.
I did have positive charge on the Corollary at one point.
Guilty Spark 343.
So that was kind of hilarious.
Yeah.
So here, I'm dealing damage here. And I don't kill with the Idrians.
You didn't?
No, I didn't.
Are you sure?
What?
I'm pretty positive I don't kill with the Idrians.
Then what?
That's right.
Because Blood of Martyrs then walks up and
only
finishes
one
up
of them was an actual charge.
Yeah, only one of them was a charge. So they're rolling dice -2.
So it was on like 2 boxes, and he's like, I'll just throw Blood of Martyrs in there. Oh, thanks, buddy.
Because I want to Blood of Martyrs hasn't hit anybody all game.
So, in other words, Pete has been doing a pretty good job avoiding that guy.
I've been at least dodging the Blood of Martyrs, I guess.
It's true. And he had Hand of Vengeance every single turn, essentially.
He did.
So he walks up here and goes,
just walks up and just like,
hi, buddy.
Here's your... Oh, that's right. It was sitting on 5, but he's doing dice +5. So it just explodes.
Yeah. Overkill.
Overkill by...
Done.
Oh,
there we go.
Yeah, I took 2 attacks because... Yeah.
Overkill.
Ring.
And now
I pray the Corollary because I'm like, I could pray Lucant, but I don't understand why. And I sidestep back.
I really wish you had the sidestep back.
Lucant is hiding behind the
behind
building.
a pagoda.
Yeah. I can see the cork of his base.
Yes.
So he's hiding
That's
back
actually
there.
tree bark, but
okay.
Well, cork, tree bark.
So I move back
Tree
there.
I can see his basing.
I was really sad that he moved Blood of Martyrs back. Because I was so waiting. I wanted so badly to charge Lucant into Blood of Martyrs and just drop positive charge on the jack next to him. So then Lucant is a mat 8, PAL 13, and then die to Thyrah, because then we get caster on caster.
Yep. So there,
I like caster on caster.
So Thyrah moved away right there. She moves over into the zone. Just to get away from those Eradicators.
I should have measured that because he has an 11-inch threat. I really should have measured it. I really wanted to get into blood. But anyway.
And then the Reckoner runs around and just makes kind of this wall in front of Thyrah.
So at this point, I already know that all he's doing is going for scenario. So.
And then you see the choir.
He's got to kill your objective before he can go for scenario.
No, he can dominate the flag.
Yeah, he can. Okay, yeah, he can
I roll
the flag
Thyrah out and dominate the flag.
Which means we would play another 5 turns.
Oh, God.
Yeah, luckily, I saved us all from that.
So here you see, literally my entire army has just shifted into this line facing my left flank.
Right.
Because he kind of won the left flank there. However, I've won the right flank. And so I'm saying, well, I've got more in the zone. I'm just going to bunker up in this zone and dare you to come at me.
Right.
I know you can't get your heavy jack to any of my heavy jacks. You're tied up with my Revenger, and there's a forest there.
Yeah.
Your light jacks aren't going to do anything against them. Lucant is a little bit... I knew you could have charged Lucant in, like you were saying, but then Thyrah would have just gone and taken care of business.
If I got Lucant into your Avenger, you couldn't charge him through the forest.
It's true.
But I was more concerned about... I was really hoping that my Conservator would just get lucky and and take out the Revenger so that I could start dominating before Thyrah started dominating.
It ends up not.
But then, you can see my clock just winding.
Yeah, we wouldn't have had enough. We wouldn't have had enough clock to finish the game. Essentially,
I would have clocked myself.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I wouldn't have. You would have won on scenario. Would have, except if you hadn't, misplaced that model earlier and forfeited the game.
Okay.
Like we said, downward spiral of salty.
I accidentally killed your model, but then you cheated by placing it in the wrong place. So technically, it's your fault.
To be fair, we were about 3 activations along in the game, and neither of us had remembered the rule on the forest.
Yes, true.
So as you can tell, the game state is messed up from the second.
Yeah, the game start was messed up from very early. So, not a great example here, but I just played like ass and I'm salty as fuck.
Don't watch this game to learn how to play War Machine. To be fair,
you can take an example of how to not play Father.
yeah, that might be a good idea.
Not do this with Father.
Oh, you didn't want to punch a Wrack?
I actually thought about it real hard. I was like,
God.
Should I punch a Wrack? And then I'm like, I take a POW 14 if it dies.
So he just had to walk because I had a daughter engaging the unit leader.
Yeah, once again, daughter engaging the unit leader.
And so he just has to walk. So I'm sitting here keeping those Eradicators kind of...
killed that last daughter. So it wasn't until this point, with 6:45 left, that I finally killed the last daughter.
People don't like Daughters of the Flame in Menoth. I love them. They're such great jam
they're
units.
Fast.
When I played in early Mark II, I played them a lot. But
they're so much fun to use.
Yeah.
And against one-box models that are living,
yeah.
I don't care if I break armor. If I hit you, you die.
Yeah.
No, there was a free strike on the Attunement that probably died.
Yes, you free strike. You walked away from
the Revenger.
The Revenger, and the Revenger just sliced him out of the air with his spear.
I'm charging with the Corrolary.
Oh my God.
So the
Corollary took a free strike, lost its induction node.
Son of a...
So it had focus on it, and it loses that because...
Yeah, the problem is he took a free strike from an Idrian.
Right.
Who have prayed him.
Yeah.
So it's a P plus S14 doing
so
dice.
It's dice off 1, and he rolled ridiculous, and he did 12 boxes on a free strike.
Woo!
So you rolled a 13, dice off 1.
Yes.
So you rolled the 13 on the free strike. I'm like, I'll just do it anyway. He won't actually knock anything down. Yeah, he totally knocked things out.
Yeah.
Lucant runs over there.
I ran over there, but the Revenger is still alive, so...
And within 4, so he doesn't get a point.
So I don't get points. Well, I'm still beating up on the Revenger at this point.
He is. He's
so
trying to.
I actually angled the Conservator right there because you got the Repulsor shield.
Yep.
So you pushed me back, but I hit the flag and then bounced back.
Yep.
So he's not out of melee range.
So I stay in melee range and beat on you, but I'm doing dice off 4.
And the unfortunate thing is he has, for me, a really good spread. You went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I rolled like ass.
And so there was
and
no
all my
stacking
damage kind of sucked and blah 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 downward spiral.
Did you ever do anything with the
diffuser?
Whatever?
No,
the infantry dude on Nicia.
No, I forgot to activate him.
He forgets to activate here.
I forgot to activate him because I was down. I looked and I was down to 3 minutes, and I was like, "Pass turn," because I was hoping to just be like, activate sack, and score.
Take the 15 seconds.
Right, take the 15-second turns and keep scoring, because I was hoping to be ahead in points.
Yeah, and I see clearing it up.
Yeah, Nicia finally does stuff, and at this point, I'm also with my 3 odd minutes left, and he's doing some housekeeping here. And I got about 3 minutes left.
Choir
and
goes, choir battles.
7-minute
I'm like, I want to make sure that I clear this zone up.
Yeah.
I said battle, and you looked at me and were like, really, dude? And I was like, it's just a habit.
It's just going to happen, so.
And then here we go. he charges in, I thought, or he moves in. Actually, no, he wasn't engaged by anybody, and so I just kind of walk him out of the way.
Yeah.
I go and engage that thing.
You go and stab an Attunement Servitor, and it promptly dies.
All right.
And then Blood of Martyrs walks up.
Yeah. Murders the crap out of that poor guy. So again,
he's got a full stack.
Oh, no.
yeah, full stack, and people says 20.
So the Eradicators
So
done,
bang.
the Servitors done.
I step up to do
So
this. I
Blood
go
of
to
right
Martyrs
about.
blocking there.
Oh, hang on. Here it comes. Here. There it goes.
and
So
he concedes.
I concede because he's going to score the zone and dominate the flag. So he's going to go up 2 points at the end of this turn.
3.
3 points. Yeah, 3
Yeah,
points.
he'll be up 3.
And at that point, I've been so out of attrition that I just stop. So.
Yeah. Okay, I can see that one.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, he'd end on 3 points. You can't get anything to contested flag, so he'd go to 4. And then
Anything
start of his
that I
next
could
turn,
get
just
over
end
there
and
to
go
contest
5.
is casters don't contest.
Casters don't
But
contest.
then I would lose anyway,
And anything
exactly,
you
yeah.
go over there, there's a not hurt Blood of Martyrs and a not hurt Reckoner.
And a Reckoner
that you
and
have to
Thyrah.
get past.
that you have to get past. And like I said, they're not hurt, which means they're at full. They're fully functioning, able to
Just
to
murder the
snot
crap out of
anything
them.
that
Yeah.
walks over there.
That's
And
almost-
Thyrah's
with where that little building was, I don't think there was a spot for anyone to run around.
Not really. No, it
And-
was just a
Yeah.
rough game.
Yep.
You picked the correct table side.
Yeah.
And you just fucking mulleted me. That's what it comes down to. You just kicked the shit out of me.
I played this game probably a little bit better than I've played other games in my life. Sure. Like I said, this is only the second game that I've played with Thyrah ever.
Yeah.
I played her, obviously, the last game I've played on this channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I played Thyrah against Veil 2.
Yep.
If this was still Mark II, I would have been. And even with the Mark III version of Thyrah, if I still had purification, that would have been completely different because
Oh,
because then
my
you're just
goodness,
knocking
yes.
Silence of Death off of those Idris.
right, and then all my stuff actually might have at least had a better chance of surviving.
Yeah.
But yeah, you had some crazy dice spikes with those Idrians, and really those were the ones that just crippled me early.
Idrians were definitely MVP of the game.
Yeah, absolutely.
They took
I
out-
heard they do that a lot now.
They're definitely the best, as we've already said, the best unit in Menoth. So
Just the
Yeah.
best flat out.
No.
Full stop.
well,
Sentry Stones.
No, flat out in
in
Menoth.
Menoth.
Oh, in Menoth, yeah.
We don't care about your Broken Circle crap.
Yeah, fuck your circle shit.
Hellmouth.
Or Broken Legion crap. I would say, you
But-
can't. So there's the Choir of Menoth that I feel you don't really factor into things like the best unit because
True.
it's,
They're only-
it's an auto include.
Right, and
It's considered a part of.
and
just
they're
like-
really they could. You don't really consider things that are support the best unit.
It's true.
Yeah.
Even but
least
they're an
more
auto
often
include.
than not.
They make your jacks. They make Protectorate jacks viable.
Right.
I would say Idrians are probably full stop the best unit in Menoth right now.
I'm sure that'll elicit some comments on the channel.
Oh, yeah.
That'll
Well,
be
you know,
interesting.
the last time I said that in a video on Miranda's
Everybody
channel,
agreed?
I was talking about Zealots Mark II, and
Oh.
everybody agreed
Oh.
with me.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're just the guru now.
They're
You're
calling
the
me. They're
Menoth
going to call
guru.
me for Crusader's Call here in a bit. I
Right.
think, if they ever upload again.
Oh,
I know.
Come
right?
on, guys.
calling him out.
Especially you, Emmanuel.
Ooh.
You.
Oh,
You're the one who runs the whole podcast. Do something.
By name. That's rough, dude.
you know what? We can actually contact Emmanuel easy enough.
Yo, I'm just saying.
He and Frank know each other. So.
Just gotcha.
Yeah.
I haven't heard a podcast since I was back in California
Oh wow.
from them. It's
Yeah,
been that long.
I
since
checked
they've-
my Muse feed. It's been quite a while since.
It's been that
Crusaders
long
Call has
since
put
they
anything on.
put anything up. So I'm sitting here going, "Come on, what are you
Yeah.
doing?"
In the meantime, I'm disagreeing with Leyline about Kruger 1.
One of the guys
What'd they say
from
about
Crusaders
Kruger 1?
Call is
He's
on
crap.
Leyline.
The Kruger one is crap.
Yeah.
That I really think that so often right now in Mark III with all the new stuff coming around and all the rewording of old models that
Crap is getting thrown around a lot.
the term "this thing is crap" and "this thing sucks" now is really getting thrown around way too liberally. People need to actually play the game with these models.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean,
I
we
mean,
talked about with the last one.
Didn't you just kick
Cricks?
Didn't you just kick the crap out of Sevi 2 with
Yes, I did.
because a bunch of dudes running across the table at Def 17 against shooting is a thing?
3
ferals running
well,
across the
a
table at Def
13-inch
17?
charge range with a Mat 9 P+S 16, 17, 17.
Yeah. No, he definitely kicked the crap out of me in that game. But I mean, a good example of people saying things are crap and then them actually not being, when the rules for the Vassal of Menoth came out, the entire Menoth community, the entire Protectorate community went, Vassals are crap. We're never going to include them in our list anymore.
Because they lost ancillary?
Because they lost ancillary attack. Mm-hmm. They're auto-include still because they have power-up.
Exactly.
It gives us just as much focus efficiency as ancillary
Your focus
did.
efficiency is so high.
I
mean, you don't get the second shot from a Reckoner, noes, but you get.
But I can give him. I can give him those two.
But you spend no focus from your caster to do a fully boosted shot from the Reckoner.
Exactly. And not just that, you still have the Hierophant and you still have Racks.
Right. Yeah, and so I mean,
Menoth is deceptively focus efficient.
I mean, we're great at. Thyrah never dropped below 4 focus this game.
Literally never dropped below 4 focus the whole game.
I never had to. I allocated focus once.
Right. Because you cast the first turn because you cast occultation and silence
and it got gates of death.
And gates.
And so I dropped down to 2. But the thing is, with the
Thyrah
racks,
went into God mode.
Yeah, she went into God mode. But with the racks, with the Hierophant, with the ability to just power up and having power up there.
Power up at the beginning of the turn and power up from
power
the
up and power up from the Vassals. I'm sitting here running, and a Jack like Blood of Martyrs is fairly self-sufficient anyways, because of Hand of Vengeance.
Provided you can get it, or provided your opponent cooperates and procs it.
I mean, it's true.
It's hard to not kill his infantry.
Exactly.
It got procced a lot,
especially when they're skirmishers.
Well, skirmishers and daughters, and I mean, it's like you have to kill them because they're jam units.
Yeah, and the nice thing, he's fairly self-sufficient anyways. I mean, having the extra focus on him is nice, but it makes it to where it's not imperative to get battle on him. If there's a Jack that you can do without putting battle on,
without battle, he's still
P plus S18, Mat
9.
Yeah.
Mat 9, POW 18. Yeah, and it's silly.
That's gross.
He's a grumpy Jack.
That's the other thing, and I've said it before. I'll say it again. I think Menoth has some of the best character jacks in the game. Because they're cheap.
I think point for point.
Yeah. Because they're cheap and they do a good job. You look at, Blood of Martyrs, 16 points.
Yeah.
Scourge of Heresy, 16 points. Hand of Judgment, 18 points.
I've never heard. I don't know what Hand of Judgment does these days.
That's Fiora's character jack.
Extra damage for fire.
Spray 10, POW 15 flamethrower.
Good God.
P plus S 18 reach mace. Charges models that are on fire for free. In Fiora's control range, gets boosted ranged attacks for free.
Yeah. So all of his spray attacks are boosted? That's fucking dumb.
Granted, it's only rated fire 1.
I still think that there's some things that it seems that Privateer Press didn't play test.
Yeah, so the spray is base PAL 13, so the
so
first
under
5 inches,
battle 15.
Battle 15, and within 5 inches of them, it's a 17.
Yeah, because he boosts fire within 5 inches.
So fire within 5 inches of him is plus 2.
And all of this for 18 points? He dropped in cost from Mark 2.
I mean, like T-Head is still 20.
Yeah, because Hand of Judgment
Rowdy is pretty high, too.
Yeah, Rowdy's pretty high. T-Head's pretty high, but Hand of Judgment was...
one character, Jack, that has kind of fallen out of favor a little bit.
It's true. Avatar.
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 Because he's not in a battle group anymore.
He's not in a... Well, he's never been in a battle group.
He was never been in a battle group.
But the thing is with the addition of Power Up, that need for the no drain on your caster's focus has gone down. And so we look at it and go, I can spend 20 points to buy this Super Solo that admittedly is still a fairly decent model. The rules are still very good. He's still a giant beat stick. I can spend 20 points on this, or I can spend 16 points on Fire of Crusade and still have a massive beat stick.
Yeah, and not just that, but it's also a 20-point jack that doesn't factor into your jack points at all.
Yeah, it doesn't use jack points. It uses 20 points of your army points, and I'm sitting here going, I can spend 20 points on him.
Or take 2 units of Daughters.
Take 2 units of Daughters. Or take a unit of Adrians.
Right. Yeah.
I got a whole lot more work at Adrians than I would have out of Avatar,
yeah.
Out of Avatar.
Yeah. So, don't play against anybody who has Adrians with Occultation.
Just don't do
Unless you have a way to remove it.
Really, the occultation.
Unless you can see through stealth.
Yeah, I was gonna say, really, the occultation didn't
way to
do
get rid of it.
too much in this.
It didn't do too much in this one because, honestly, you murdered me in melee, which meant I could retaliate with melee.
Yeah, the silence of death is what really did.
So,
Did it
I
in
mean,
full, yeah.
I'm not... With Father, you're not bringing a lot of guns because he's Rat 3.
Yeah.
Yep.
For his jacks and everything else that they have in the army is Rat 5 or less. So, that whole thing isn't great. But, yeah, it was a tough one for me. So, it was a bad game. It's a good game, but a bad game.
It was a game.
You did well.
It was a
It was a game. I think that's really what we have in War Machine is just games.
So I hope to be out at the game store more often to start playing some more to get back in the swing of it because I jumped to a couple other games and I've been doing a lot of role playing lately. So I haven't really played. I've played more games on your channel than I've played casually. So
I believe that.
So I really need to get out there and play more games. So I'm hoping to do that soon. So
Yeah. Well, I think my channel's pseudo casual.
it is still pseudo casual because
I would say so.
we still talk about, oh well, what's your pairing? Here's what I'm gonna bring.
Yeah, like we still sit down, analyze everything,
Right.
plays, list construction, pairing, stuff like that.
But during actual gameplay, there's beer involved, and
There's beer involved,
try
and
to play.
sometimes things happen. And we're like, yeah, sure, you can take that back or
Yeah,
whatever.
we do a little
Yeah.
bit of we do play a little faster.
I mean, most of the time when we show up, it's I have this list I want to play. I have this list I want to play. Okay, like
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
It's
the
more
pairing
for
process doesn't work.
really
many times.
this channel is more for you guys, the viewers, to watch a game and enjoy the game. I would
Yeah.
say, as opposed for us, kind of to.
I really
I
want.
still use it to.
I want to
I
see
still
more
use it to try to
commentators.
improve mine, see my play and stuff like that.
Well, yeah, of course. But I want to see more commentators ask us to play certain things. If you want something,
comment what you want played.
if you want something
Yes.
fun played, or if you have a specific list idea, something that's experimental, and you
We
want
need-
to just see something played, let us know.
Well,
That is a-
I have a request for Mercs and Minions.
Does anybody have mercs that would come on the channel?
Next week.
maybe.
That's true.
Who's got
There's
minions though?
Sneak peek. There's a Mercs
Well,
player.
this
coming
is
in
going
soon.
to air after.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is.
So
It's true.
Sneak peek on something you've already seen.
Sneak peek on something you're going to see before this. Right.
Yeah, but
So-
no, next week I've got a Mercs player coming up.
You never know. There
Um,
might be another game with Mercs coming up in it sometime after this.
You think?
Oh
Maybe.
my gosh.
Probably not.
Maybe.
There are 3 specific Circle Warlocks that I've been asked to try to make lists for.
Which ones?
Chromac 2 and both Kayas. And I was like, oh, yay.
Okay.
Somebody mentioned Grail, I'm ignoring them.
I thought Grail was good now. Or not good, decent.
He's supposedly decent. I still look at him and go, this model looks like shite.
So he's still not as good as Kruger's?
No.
Yeah.
He's
so-
not.
Come on, Ben. The people have asked. They've demanded.
Oh,
You have to.
You have to play
and
him.
then somebody
have to
mentioned
play
Mosar, and I'm like, oh god, he got so much worse too.
They've demanded you must play them.
The people have spoken.
The
That is
people have
5
spoken.
That is 5 separate games now for me.
Exactly. You know who your casters are for your next 5 games, buddy.
There
No,
you
I
go.
don't. No, I do not. I do not know exactly who my casters are going to
So
be for the
Grail,
next game I
Kaya,
play.
Kaya.
Ugh, yeah.
Grail, Kaya, Chromac
Chromac
2,
2,
Mosar.
Mosar.
There you go.
You're done.
We'll see what happens with my
Figure it
Drunk
out.
Dojo tomorrow.
You're locked in.
Again, something you guys have already seen by the time this airs.
It's August or September 3rd, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah, something like that. Anyway, so good times.
Good times.
Yeah.
I think
we're
I
good.
think we're all
We're
done.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, thanks for watching again, guys. Please like,
Cheers.
comment, subscribe. We'll see you next time.
Happy Wargaming, y'all.
I know you're going to threaten to do math, but seriously.
Threaten to do math. That's something that I would get scared of because I don't like math.